Hi everyone, my name is Maddie, and today we'll be talking about the great state of Indiana.
Wait, you called me here just to talk about the state that produces corn?
Indiana doesn't just produce corn, Rex. And plus, what's wrong with corn? I think it tastes delicious.
I don't like corn. Plus, I'm allergic to corn pollen. But please, try to convince me that Indiana is a state that I would want to visit.
Oh, for real? Okay, well, Indiana is well known for growing crops such as corn, soybeans, and wheat.
Those are all vegetables. Is there anything cool about Indiana? Because vegetables are not cool.
Well, did you know the 16th President of the United States of America lived most of his life in Indiana?
I already know that. I learned that back in elementary school. I'm pretty sure everyone knows that.
How about the Indy 500?
That's cool, I guess.
The Rotary Jail Museum?
Wait, there's a jail museum in Indiana?
Yeah, there is a jail museum in Indiana. Does that mean you want to hear more about it?
Yes, please.
Well, that's good to hear. The Rotary Jail Museum is located here in the city of Crawfordsville, Indiana, and was the first of 18 rotating jails built in the year of 1881.
That's cool, no, but what makes the jail so special?
Well, there are a total of 3 Rotary jails that still exist, but this is also the only Rotary jail that still spins in the world.
For real?
Yep. There is also some very interesting history behind this place. Like I said earlier, the Rotary Jail was built in the year 1881 by William H. Brown and Benjamin F. Haw of Indianapolis, who came up with the idea to build an inescapable jail so that they would not have to pay so many guards to watch the inmates.
Well, that's a good thing. I don't think I would want to watch a bunch of inmates all day, mostly because it doesn't sound fun. Also, I don't honestly trust inmates. They scared me.
Well then, you would have hated living in that house.
What do you mean by that?
Way back when the Rotary Jail was a jail, that sheriff's family would live in the jail because it was also a house.
Anyway, how was the jails built to look like?
I'm glad that you asked, Rex. The jail is also 2 stories high with 8 cells on each floor, and in each cell there are bunked beds and 1 toilet, so you could stick at least 2 inmates in each cell.
Well, you could fit about 32 inmates in the jail at a time?
Not including the women's cell, the infirmary, and the maximum security. But yes, you can fit a lot of inmates in the jail.
Just look this up. Can I say what I found?
Sure, just don't say anything that's weird or gross about the jail.
The jail itself weighs about 30 tons of steel. The whole thing spins with one hand crank, which can spin clock and counterclockwise, and it moves both floors of the jail at the exact same time. There is also only one way to get the inmates in and out of their cells, which is lining up the door to let them out. The whole thing works kinda like a pin, because the cells sit on a central cylinder that runs from the roof into the sewer system.
Wow, that's actually very cool.
I'm not done, Maddie. Yes, there's a lot of good things about building a jail with this kind of design. With only one door to let the inmates in and out, inmates are not really going to try to escape. And you wouldn't have to pay a whole lot of guards to watch the inmates if there's only one way for them to get in and out. Plus, the jail had indoor plumbing before most of the people in the country did in the 1880s. But there's also some downsides to having a jail with this kind of design. The design is a serious fire and safety hazard. Many people who got arrested while the jail was open was for getting drunk. And the inmates would stick their legs and arms out of the bars, and when they rotated the cells, their arms and legs would either get broken or amputated.
And there it is. You always have to mention something creepy.
But that is not the creepiest thing that has happened there. According to the jail's official website, the 2 men were executed there. One in 1885 and another one in 1886. The most famous execution was that of John Coffey. The staff believed that he was wrongly convicted, though.
But the thing I find most interesting about the jail is that people would often get arrested on purpose.
Really? Why would someone want to go to prison?
1, it's a jail, not a prison. 2, in this jail you could get 3 hot meals, you can see a doctor, and have your clothes washed for you.
That sounds one pretty good of a deal, if I wasn't afraid of jail.
Topic about the hazards with the jail. They tried to fix the issues by cutting individual doors on the cells, but they also installed the catwalk in between the year of 1938 and stopped rotating the jail.
So what year did the Rotary Jail become a museum? And are they a historical site?
The Rotary Jail became a museum in the year of 1975 and became a historical site that same year, and became a national landmark in 2020.
Well, you learn something new every day.
Okay, now let's go over what we've learned today.
Well, there are these two guys from Indianapolis named William H. Brown and Benjamin F. Hoff. Wanted to build an escapable jail to save the county money.
By building the jail with its special design to keep inmates in, they wouldn't have to hire many guards. And they finished construction in 1881.
The jail's design is an impressive piece of engineering of its time. But in between the years of 1882 and 1938, there have been a lot of people who've gotten their limbs broken or amputated. Plus, the jail was a serious safety and fire hazard. And in 1983, they stopped spinning the cells, and instead they cut doors for all the cells and installed the catwalk.
In the time the jail was open, there have only been 2 executions, one in 1885 and another in 1886. The most famous of the 2 was John Coffey. But the other interesting thing about the jail, the inmates would get arrested on purpose.
The Rotary jail was also home to the sheriff's family.
The jail closed in 1973, but was restored and became a museum in 1975. And in 2020, the Rotary Jail Museum became a national landmark. In present time, there are only 3 Rotary jails in the world. But what makes this jail so special is that it's the only one in the entire world that still spins.
Now, if you'll excusez-moi, I have a jail to visit.
Hey, wait for me, Rex!